They actors, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, fuck the opposition, in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check 43.
368. 2-2. Move. Hey, wahoo.
First and 10 for Dalton. Got his man. It's Eifert. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
It's a gain of 11.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
32-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Let's go. Switch. One switch.
Heavy.
Alert 3. Switch.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
General West.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
A gain of 19 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On first down, Bernard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20.
Go.
93, 52, 93, 44. Here you go.
Dalton gives to Bernard. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second down at the 46-yard line.
VAT! They want this. Here you go, 368. Regular. Check out 3. Watch safety 3. Watch up.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Here you go, 368.
Dalton here from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars will take over at their 20-yard line.
Ready. Now.
They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. There he goes, Amari Cooper, past the 20, touchdown, Jaguars. Amari Cooper, 78 yards, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Second and 10 now from the 29.
I got one. Yeah, 5-6. 44.
Throwing again. Dalton. Finding Green complete. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Regular.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Move.
They'll run on first down. Bernard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Hands up. 318.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here we go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 40.
On second and 12. Dalton got a man open. It's Ross. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Hands up.
They look to throw on third with Dalton. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th. Down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton, he's going to have the hook up to Ross. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10.
44.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Jaguars 30-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Joe Mixon. And an alley to run. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive summer.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
At the 35-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. On second down, Minshew. And this is incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the run, it's Fournette. Big Andrew Billings there on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, as some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Hey, Delta. All day, defense, all day, all day. 25, check 25, check 25.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing, Dalton. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Calais Campbell has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
My good friend, I'm just going to pose the question to you. Did that look like a pass that he should have thrown?
Now the rookie probably needs to be a little bit more careful in these situations.
Yeah, that throw will turn him into a veteran quicker, but not in the way that he wants. He wants to learn his lessons by making good throws, not throws like that.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And it's a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. He's got daylight. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. A quick throw finding Lee out wide. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Hey, dude. Yeah.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Williams. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Scrimmage back at the 6. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd and goal, Minshew, the quick slant caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They got it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Seth DeValve, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw here, Dalton is going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 36 yards on the play. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jordan Evans coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. He hits blue. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
Go!
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Passing. It's Dalton. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, Dalton. Open man is Ross, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 19 yards to pick up there. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Bravo.
44, Mike, 44. Blue down, blue.
The final act of the first half. Dalton. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
After the sack on 1st down, Minshew completes it to Lee. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Let's go. 8-3.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On second down now, Bernard finding some room at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
You got time up there.
Now a toss play to Bernard. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. So Dalton now. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that will pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Give them 17 and a Cincinnati first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey. We're good.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 31, Dalton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
That's what I'm talking about.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously caution.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really started to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. The extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22. Yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
368 over here.
On second and 12, Dalton is going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
Hey, Haywood. Mike spoke well. Bring it. Yeah, fight it.
Here's Dalton. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game.
They got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
A gain of 37 yards. First down, Jaguars.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Minshew, 1st and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Minshew going to throw deep for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Lambo to add on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Myles Jack with a sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial out? He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. They'll run it again with Fournette. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Fournette, a first down carry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo!
Hey, high 7. Snap.
On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew. Lee's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well. But
a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This is Josh Lambo. He hit from 57 a year ago. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one is right down Broadway. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now Bernard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Here I come again. 368. Five.
Andy Dalton. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen as a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Dalton on 3rd and goal. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Now Leonard Fournette. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On second and very short, Minshew firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Dalton. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? Let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Dalton. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Again, it's Fournette. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll go with a big back Fournette. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jaguars, they move back over 500 now at 4-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6, and they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Acting like they know me